Hi everyone, John Phillips here for JPTV, here with the weekend roundup for week number 39 of all the news stories, so let's jump straight into it. The first story today is for the Metropolitan Police. The BBC has found that the Met Office owes their officers 189,000 rest days. Deputy Commissioner Craig McKay said it followed on from an unprecedented year of policing. This basically is pretty much everything that the Met Office had to deal with last year, with the terror attacks at Westminster Bridge, London Bridge, Finsbury Park and the Grenfell Tower fire as well, for that matter. However, Met Police Federation Chairman Ken Marsh has described the amount of rest days that was cancelled as being absurd, and believes the cancelled figure is higher, and it puts in it's putting on a massive strain on its staff. Well, totally understandable. I mean, at the end of the day, the police have got a shitload to deal with at the best of times, not to mention everything else that they've had to deal with in the last 15 months as well. You know, it's ridiculous, this. I mean, it just shows you how I talked about it in a previous video about the how stretched the Met Office is, and this fucking proves it. The Met Police, sorry, this absolutely proves it. It's ridiculous that it's come to this loggerhead now, that they've got so much time outstanding. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Simon McMillan, father of James McMillan, the only British victim of the London Bridge attack, says he was not involved in preparations for today's commemorative service. He also wanted to put up a plaque to his son, but Southwark Council didn't give him permission. They said that they tried to arrange a thoughtful and fitting commemoration with limited resources. Bullshit. Again, bullshit. At the end of the day, this is a anti-British story, as far as I'm concerned. The only British victim in there hasn't been represented in the commemorative service today. I'm sorry, no, that is completely unacceptable on every single thing. If it was the other way around, if it was the other way around, and there was a mass killing somewhere, and the only black person that was involved in the victim, or the Indian or the Asian victim was involved, all hell would break loose. But no, because he's British, nobody gives a fuck. Sorry, unacceptable. Donald Trump's summit with Kim Jong-un on the 12th of June in Singapore is back on after Donald Trump received a massive letter requesting it to go on. I mean, you can see from the picture here, this isn't photoshopped. I've watched the video footage of this. This is the genuine size of the envelope. General Kim Yong-chol hand-delivered the letter from the North Korean leader to President Trump. I mean, I said a few weeks ago that this is ridiculous that it was being postponed, and I'm really, really glad that it's now back on. So I'm happy with this. It's a great step again for relations for both countries, and also the rest of the world for that matter, because obviously we're stuck right in the middle of them. Now, what I also wanted to talk about is something that I find a ridiculous story and a ridiculous attitude to something exceptionally natural, right? We're in the Ramadan religious festival celebrations, okay, all over the world. It's currently happening now. Basically, with Ramadan, you are not allowed to eat or drink from sunrise to sunset. Now, the only exclusion to this rule, from what I understand, is that Muslim women are allowed to drink if they're menstruating. Eat and drink if they're menstruating. Loads of Muslim women have coming out saying that they're ashamed to admit when they're menstruating while this festival is going on. It staggers me. It absolutely staggers me that we're in this position. Yeah, you know, it's people at the end of the day. It's a natural cycle. It's called the menstrual cycle for a reason. I'm glad the sun's gone in now, because you can. This picture isn't overexposed as much. It's a natural cycle. It happens to everybody all the time. There is nothing anti-religious about having this clause. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the whole point of Muslim. That's the whole point of people being able. That's the whole point of people. At the end of the day, this is the whole point of people women being able to eat and drink while they're menstruating. That's why it's in the rule in the first place. It's nothing to do with being, nothing to be ashamed of. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And there's idiots in that culture that are making women feel bad because of it. This is the sort of thing that people are like, right? This is the sort of thing that gives the Muslim culture and religion a bad name. Most of these, from what the articles I've been reading, most of them seem to be of Pakistan descent. Now, I'm not judging in any shape or form. I'm just saying that's what the report is. The reports I've been reading have been saying that they're brothers and sisters, and the brothers are basically just naming and shaming them. Some of them are being spat at, some of them are being held abuse at. You know, it's ridiculous. I do not agree with this in any shape or form. We're people at the end of the day. You don't just treat women like this every single month. It's got nothing to do with the religious behaviour. So shut up and grow up. Now, one of the other stories I read today, again, unfortunately the NHS is in the news quite a lot this week. Thousands of kids known as pinball kids are being moved around the care system with too much instability. The Children's Commissioner for England has come out with a statement to that effect. Basically, what I mean by what the term pinball kids means, most of it is down to the fact that it's kids moving around from moving itself from one house to another. But at the end of the day, this is poor. This is, you know, there's the treatment. The kids need to be treated better, as far as I'm concerned. You know, as I say, otherwise we wouldn't be having this movement around all the time. It just wouldn't take place. Reasons for moving, understandable. Everybody has to do it. I've had to do it myself over the last few months. But you need to try and keep yourself within the catchment area of that NHS trust in order to make sure, especially if your kids are having treatment, you know, it's quite selfish from the parent's point of view to take them out of a region, so everything has to start all over again. Just, you know, it's a factor to think about when you're moving house. Also, increasing numbers of people are being readmitted to hospitals in England with preventable conditions such as pneumonia and pressure sores, according to Nuffield Trust research. Basically, this is what I said in the couple of weeks back about people not looking after each other properly and not look after themselves, basically. And Nuffield Trust seem to be on the same page as me, because the reason they've said it is because better care in hospital and at home afterwards could have made the difference. There you go. Boom. It's not just me thinking that you've got to look after yourself. Yes, okay, we pay our taxes. Doesn't mean we have to sponge off the NHS left, right and centre for every little thing. Look after yourself. Eat healthily. Drink water a lot. You know, just look after yourself. The basics of nature. Just look after yourself. Eat healthily. You know, if you're ill, then get stuff from the news market. Get stuff from the news agents. Get stuff from the supermarket. You know, just think about what you're doing, people. It's not that hard. It really isn't that difficult to look after yourself. Yes, okay, you know, with pneumonia that's slightly different. But 90% of the time is because people aren't looking after themselves in the first place. Pneumonia is not that easily caught nowadays. It's still quite a regular occurrence, but it's not that easily caught. You have to be in a really stupid situation in order to get pneumonia nowadays, especially in England. You know, we're not a sort of country where we don't, you know, everybody has central heating in one form or another, either by gas or electricity. Yeah, everybody has access to hot water. Everyone's got a tap, or everyone's got a hob that they can literally boil a pan of water on and keep themselves warm with. You know, we're losing the mentality again of looking after ourselves, and it's getting stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the 6 stories today that have come out over the last few days. Thank you very much for watching. The channel is is growing very, very slowly. I'm obviously trying to do as much as I can to promote the channel. So please, by all means, click the subscribe button if you've liked what I'm doing, and hit the notification bell so you can see get first dibs on all the videos that are coming out. If you like the video, please click the like button. If you don't like it, click the dislike button. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm still doing this content regardless. And also, please share the videos with anybody you know that you think would enjoy it. So in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for your time. I will see you very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.